What's going on, everybody? Speedboy500 here, and it is finally out. The live fire trailer is out. I'm really excited because that means that once they bring out the trailer, it means that they have technically finished beta testing it, and that means that it can finally get released to the Titanfall public. So that means that we could be getting this update tomorrow, maybe, if we're like really optimistic. But I'm thinking maybe it could come out weekend or maybe next Friday, because they seem to have a thing for bringing out information on either a Thursday or a Friday. So wouldn't it make sense that they bring out the trailer today on a Thursday, but then the days that they've always told us about live fire, they've actually done it on a Friday? So wouldn't it make sense that they bring out the trailer on a Thursday and then bring the actual update out on a Friday? That's just my thoughts, but let's get right into this. So first thing I want to say is the maps are looking freaking epic. We've got Meadows and we've got Stacks. They're both on display if you want to see which one's Meadows. Meadows is one over here with the kind of big gates, all of that, and Meadows is the one where it's kind of all outside. The pilots kind of have freedom. And yeah, let's talk about the next thing. The next thing coming out is a new execution. I think everyone's been waiting for this, and since they brought out the last execution, which was the phase kind of into them and destroy them via that, I think they've hit it one step better, and it's with another pilot tactical ability. This is quite interesting because it's the stim on this time where you just go fucking all out on them, just start bunching them, and it looks freaking epic. But the thing I'm thinking is, maybe what I think they'll do is next update, if it's either a map or a content drop, well, they're all content drops, but if it's either a map or just like Prime Titans and stuff, they might add in another tactical ability. So maybe they could do a grappling hook where they swing it round the pilot and then just like stomp on the head or something. That'd be a cool, interesting idea. That'd be quite cool. And then just with other abilities, it'd be really awesome to see what they could come up with. A cloak one would be pretty cool, but I don't know how they'd work that. So, because I don't want it to be boring, I want it to be pretty cool. But then yeah, stuff like that, it'd be pretty awesome to see. Alright, moving on to the next thing, we can see just all the maps in general. They're looking pretty awesome. Basically, the way you play live fire is it'll be a 6v6 game mode, 1 minute, so 60 seconds of play time to kill 6 pilots. It's pilots only, so those that like Titans, maybe it's not the game mode for you, but next content drop, we'll be getting Prime Titans, and I believe they maybe bring out a Titanfall Titan game modes, but I don't know that, so don't say, oh, Jacob said this, but no. Basically, I think what they could do though, however, is they'll definitely bring up Prime Titans. They're making the map Colony, which is kind of designed for like both Titan and pilot play, so maybe they're bringing that map in from Titanfall 1 so that they can bring some new Titanfall game modes back. See, the reason I like live fire quite a lot is because it reminds me of March for Death, where you can't respawn. So do you go in for the flag, or do you like try and take out the pilot stealthily? Bearing in mind you got 60 seconds, so it's going to be a mad rush. It's going to be a lot of fun to play with friends. And the second the game comes out, I reckon I'm going to be playing that with my clan, JCB. And then yeah, I think we'll have some fun times. I hope they bring it out in private match. If they bring it out in private match, that is going to go down a storm. It's going to be absolutely amazing to play. Anyway, I'm stalling a bit. But as you can see in this bit here, a pilot shield has kind of been put up using a tactical ability, so that wall is going to be quite helpful in that game. And another thing that they've used that I haven't got a picture of yet, but I'll just explain it, is phase rewind. I used it in hide and seek, and I thought it was a bit rubbish, to be honest. But it works really well in this game mode, because your opponents are trying to kill you, and if you use that just before they kill you, it rewinds what you just did, so they'll be very confused. So especially if you started off behind them, because then you can like easily either get away or get the kill. But I think in that situation you probably want to get the kill, but that's just me. Okay, finally we are moving on to a new gun. I don't know, this could be a new gun. I'll have to look at all the gun designs. I'll keep you all updated. But as you can see by this screenshot here, it looks like that it's holding a new gun. At first I thought this was the B3 or the Wingman Elite, but I don't think it's either, because of the little kind of trigger on the bottom, because the one for the B3 is brown and the one for the Wingman Elite is orange, and that one doesn't have a colour, so that could be a new gun that they're bringing. Don't quote me on that, as I've said, that's just speculation, but that'd be really cool. Right, final thing, guys. Straight after the trailer finished, they had a few other clips. This isn't as major news, but it's probably a bit more interesting. They're either updating the Colosseum map or bringing out a new Colosseum map altogether. I believe that's going to be really exciting. So we now have 2 pillars. That's going to make intense combat even like better, because at the moment Colosseum isn't the best game mode. It's alright. It's alright if you want to just play a quick game of Titanfall and then just go off, do some other stuff. But for now, it isn't a major game mode. It's not like, oh, let's go on Colosseum, because at the moment it's 1v1. Maybe it'd be cool if they brought Colosseum into private match and had team play. That'd be interesting. But I don't think they'll do that, because it kind of seems like it's too small for that to work. But I mean, if it did work, that'd be really cool, and I'd be cool with that. But the pillars are looking pretty cool, and I've been Speedboy500. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm really looking forward to Live Fire. I'm definitely going to be playing it on the channel when it comes out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.